What's going on, everybody? I'm Selna Kim, America's face of dating. And what you're about to watch in a few moments here is an interview with Arrow's client, Timmy. And he joined the program. It was amazing. Like, this interview is just so inspiring for you guys because he got his ex back that he was in love with just after a few weeks in the program. He did exactly what we told him to do, got his ex back, and now the relationship is stronger than ever, as you're about to hear in this testimonial interview. But something that really stuck out to Timmy before he joined the program, he was like, dude, this is a great investment no matter what to work with you and do the program, because if I don't even get her back anyways, like, I know you're going to help me find somebody better. And that exact mindset right there is what helped him attract his ex back, because he was like, you know what, like, this is a smart decision to invest in myself. And no matter what, I'm going to get value. And if she doesn't want me back, fine. I'm going to go anyways, learn the stuff and attract somebody better and just better for me. But he ends up doing the program, and we teach him this natural attraction skill, and just in a matter of weeks he wins her back. And now they're actually moving to a really nice part of Carolina, their dream spot, to start a family and have a great relationship. I think he said he wanted to start a family, but I know for sure he wants to get married. But that's where he's going now. And so if you're a guy like Timmy, where you have a great career, you know something has to change, and you don't have a call booked in with us yet. Some of you guys have a call booked in with us and you're still watching this. Awesome. We're still going to take that call and talk about the program, get you on board just like Timmy. But if you are watching, maybe you're new to my channel, watch a couple more videos. But if you have been watching my content for a while and you're watching this video right now and you're ready to do the program, you're ready to change, and you're serious about changing, you know something has to change, then there's a call link in the description below here. Book in a call with me and my team. We'll talk and go back and forth and get you onboarded into the program. But you can also message me on Instagram or Facebook and go back and forth with us, and we'll talk about the program and get you onboarded. And so on that note, here's the interview with Timmy. Let me know what you guys think. Let's jump right into it. What's up, everybody? I'm Selna Kim, and we have a special guest on the channel all the way in North Carolina. And he joined the program back in, I think, February, right? January or February, around that area.
Yeah, I'm in Virginia, not North Carolina.
Virginia, my bad. Yeah, we were just talking about North Carolina before we started recording. Virginia. We're just talking about how we got to make it out there, man, and then go to North Carolina for the amusement parks. But his name's Timmy, and he has made incredible progress in the program. Like, literally got his ex back. Now he's in a really, like you said, the relationship is stronger than it's ever been, man. I'm just really excited to see that dude. And so this is Timmy, man. If you could introduce yourself, man, just kind of tell us where you were before the program, man. That'd be great. We can take it from there.
My girl of now, we were together 7 years prior, just became different people, and just, after being together all those years, eventually, it starts to fall off because nothing is great all the time. You got to obviously constantly keep fighting for that. I had my issues of, not really wanting to step up and be more of an adult, and we weren't communicating and just not doing things as a couple in ways that we should have. We did love each other, yes, of course, but that's obviously not enough because you got more to fight for in that relationship. We split in October. When about a month went by and we tried to be friends, about mid-November, my feelings grew forward, and I was hoping hers did. And we had that conversation in February of like what we were doing. And she told me, she loved and cared about me, but she wasn't in love with me. But, it was unfortunately a lie. And there were some things that I regret that I did, and that was a mistake. But we started talking a little over a month ago and had some tough conversations, and we're back together now, better than ever, communicating and comprehending, listening to each other and understanding how the other one feels, and, building that stronger bond together to communicate and comprehend and move forward and have a great life and relationship, and one day get married. just simply be together forever. So
Dude, I know like it sucks when you're in that position where it's like, oh, like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. And then you don't even know if it's real or fake or like what's really going on, man. And I believe that's kind of what just drew you to me and my channel and even ultimately the program, man. And I was wondering, dude, like what was so you're in this relationship now, dude. You guys are back together stronger than ever. What was, I guess, like the biggest transformation, man, or like the biggest thing you learned in the program that may have sparked that? Maybe it was multiple things too, but you really worked hard, man, and made this happen.
it's just when we split there in October, I went through a super, super bad depression.
Hmm.
Never obviously cared or loved about anyone that much. Also, this might sound super shitty, but I've never had the shoe on the other foot of somebody else leaving me. I've always been the one that's always done the leaving. So I've never had to feel that heartache and so on. So I just spent hours and days upon days, watching videos like with a relationship or what have you. And then obviously, eventually, I found you and started watching tons and tons of your videos of all that I could watch and see that I haven't seen. And eventually, it got to a point to where the ones I was seeing, I've already seen.
I remember you told me that, man. You went, yeah, you just binge watched it. Love that.
And uh, I felt like I was doing fine and I was okay or whatever. And it's just I was like, you know what, screw it. I can reach out to somebody that has an outside perspective and different look and could help me in ways that, I didn't understand. And, obviously we had our very first conversation for like 2 hours that day.
Hmm.
And just, watching the videos, I think it's a really good program. Some of it to me, I thought should be common sense, just, simply being a normal, good person. Don't, just simply just don't be an asshole and, just listen, don't, like you say, like men think logically and women think, more emotionally. And that's obviously where you talk about, having that masculine, but also have the feminine side as well, to where, obviously you could be a leader, but then also obviously show your spouse that little bit of weakness to, for your emotions and, don't just try and be a straight up hard ass all the time. That's obviously a woman ain't going to think like that.
Hmm.
And just getting a better understanding and perspective, I guess it would probably depend on which way you want to go with it, to where obviously you have my situation and then you could obviously have your situation how you were back in the day.
Hmm.
But everybody has a past, obviously you had your club promoting and you had, what you used to do. And it really cracked me up when you said, I'm not proud of this by any means, but this is what happened. That cracked me up. But hey, man, it's the past. You learn from it. And obviously you have a great relationship, great girl. And so, hey, just simply, of what perspective, if you want to kind of just flirt with all kind of women or find, that one that you want to be with forever. So, simply learning how to become better in the relationship.
Hmm. Absolutely, man. It's funny because you brought up common sense, and it's like, dude, I feel like common sense isn't so common nowadays, man.
Absolutely
Like
not.
people will think it, right? And then you see them interacting with like a girl, man. It's just like all the common sense just flew right out the door, man. When like a beautiful woman's in their face, and they just totally collapse and fall apart. And it's just funny to see that. And so sometimes some guys just need like a good reminder of just that common sense part, just to like knock it into their brains so they can just start applying it, man. Because a lot of guys don't even know they don't even know what they don't know. They can't even see the leaks in the barrel,
Right.
and then it just keeps happening over and over again. So I like what you said before the call too, man. Like you said, like communication also with her has never been stronger, man. And so I feel like not like we talked about so much perspective, right?
Right.
But I feel like that has like really rolled over, man. in like the communication side with your relationship, man. And I'm just really happy to see that. And you got her back, dude, and stronger than ever. So way to go, man. Like I'm super stoked. And like, dude, you joined the program, like you did everything we told you to do. And it's like it's not coincidence that things just kind of aligned this way.
Like I told you in the very beginning, I was like, either it was going to be a win-win for me either way. Either I was going to use it with her and I. I mean, I can't remember. I think it was Moses that said it, but when all this shit started going down, he was like, treated, it could sounds like a test, but I'm like, nah, there's no way, because I obviously thought the exact opposite of how she was feeling. She just obviously never told me, but just simply, moving forward, being together,
Hmm.
things of that nature, having those conversations, they suck, but you got to be big boy and girl and figure it out and move forward if
Absolutely.
you want to fight for it that much.
Absolutely, man. And dude, like you not only got back together with her, but now it's like you said, the relationship is stronger than ever, man. And I feel like this interview has been great, man. I was wondering, dude, what would you tell the people, I guess? Here's a good question, man. What would you tell the people that like maybe they're kind of like in a different position where it's like they're skeptical of doing something like this. It's online. They could think you're paid and fake. They could think it's a scam. You know what I mean? They could think all these things, but like they're just making up all these excuses not to just take action and work on this stuff, man. Maybe they have an ego too, where it's like a man thing. They're just like, man, I don't need this shit, man. It's dating advice, man. I'll just figure it out myself over the next 2 decades. What would you tell those people, man, that have every excuse in the book not to do this, but they know they should?
Just at the end of the day, that's obviously we make the choice to where if we want to try and do better for ourselves, and that's a mental thing. I believe there is three things that you got to figure out: your mentally, your physically, and emotionally. And if you're only being, like you say, a man thing or ego or whatever, that's on you if you want to be potentially lonely the rest of your life. And if you're never going to change as a person, then how are you ever going to grow and how are you ever going to evolve? And,
Mm,
I understand, like with you, I was obviously even skeptical when I messaged you and, we first started talking and, obviously we had our Zoom call and we talked everything and obviously been talking ever since. Just if you really want to change yourself as a person and find better relationships, like a high status man finding his high status woman, they go forward together. And you're never, if you don't put that effort forward, then how are you ever going to find it? The hardest things don't come handed to you. You got
mm,
to work, whether it be for that woman, that car, that house, that job, whatever it could be in life, you got to work for it. And, it's like myself, talk to you, you've helped me all these months and as well as she's getting her help.
mm-hmm.
So really didn't give a shit about each other, then we wouldn't have reached out. But, besides my situation, but just in general, if you want to change and find that high status woman, then you're going to have to put forth the work to get it. And, if you're scared and all that, there's only a, kind of the leap of faith kind of thing to
Mm-hmm.
change, and I understand with some men too. I personally have never had a problem with talking to women, but some men are like, shy. The confidence isn't there.
Right.
I've never had that problem ever. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care. I'll just go talk to whoever.
Mm-hmm.
But, like in your program, like talk about with the confidence and everything like that. And you could really, given like how you were back in high school, you had your, you tried for football and, they pretty much rejected you. You had your girl that, was she a cheerleader?
Yep. She was.
you know, you had that. Then obviously all that went shit and went sideways. But, you know, eventually you're like, you got tired of being so low, like how I was, and you said, fuck it. I got to do something to build my confidence so I can move forward, become, you know, a better man, find that high status woman, and then, you know, look at you now, both of us, you know,
Absolutely.
happy, great relationships, you know, living life together. Obviously, you got your new house, which, you know, congratulations on that, by the way. Happy
Thank,
for you.
thank you.
You're welcome. And, you know, the same way with us trying to get ours situated and moving forward as well. So
Hmm.
just, you got to put in that work and effort if you want to change. And if you don't, then that's your fuck up.
Exactly, man. Thank you, Timmy, man, for coming on. And dude, like I said, dude, congratulations
Thank
on this, man. And like, dude, like, let's continue talking, man. Let's continue like just working and on the personal stuff and the relationship skills and everything, man. And like, dude, let's just make sure that you spend the rest of your life, man, just in that really healthy, great relationship, man. Obviously, like, they try to sell you on the idea that it's kind of like a Hollywood movie where it's like it's just a yellow brick road. Like, there's obviously gonna be challenges, like we talked about, man. And it's like, dude, like we're gonna help you through those, man. As long as you guys stick together, like it's gonna be a beautiful relationship, super healthy, man. You guys can get through anything. So, thanks for coming on, Timmy. I really appreciate
you.
everything, man. And congratulations.
No problem. No problem. Thank you.
Absolutely, man.